Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is November 13th, 2017, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, just one major event coming out later this evening at 8:45 South African time. Japanese yen Governor Kuroda will be speaking. So that should, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But altogether for a Monday morning, we've got a couple of things coming up. So let's take a look at what's been happening in the markets. So we're taking a look here at the EURUSD. EURUSD trading just above its previous resistance level of 116.43, and we sold off from 116.70 to 116.43-ish level right here. So just a 20 pip retracement, but as you can see, we're setting up a new resistance level about this 160.70-ish level. Let's just highlight that right there. Altogether, it's a upside down head and shoulders. There's your head, there's one shoulder, okay, and there's your second shoulder. So this may really take off here, okay? So just gotta keep an eye on this 116.43. Maybe if it retraces a further closer to the line, start building a position. And, as the week progresses, we may see it close into this 116.91. However, if we do falter, okay, just remember, just to cut your losses short in case we do not. But it does look like we're making an upside down head and shoulders right here. So let's see how this progresses throughout the week. GBPUSD dead in its water. We sold off from this 132-ish last week, and we're just, we're trading in this range. Okay, so as long as you're range trading, okay, buying the bottom of these type of moves, selling the top of these type of moves, you're doing all right. Okay, and we've had this several times, but we seem like we're getting a little bit tighter in the range between this 132 and this 130-ish level, as opposed to the 133 level, which were much higher. So as this progresses throughout the week, let's see if we do, close in this gap in this 130. Just remember that the Euro USD and the GBP USD almost hand in hand trade together, okay, because they're trading against the same base currency, which is the dollar. However, the Euro USD was usually of late it's been the weaker one, and the GBP has been a little bit stronger. Okay, however, this is not the case right now, where we see that the GBP is actually weaker versus the USD, and the Euro USD is not coming in as strongly, okay, or as sharply as the GBP USD. So you got to keep it in tandem, and that's why I'm saying if you don't see this head and shoulder pattern actually progress into this upper limit, it may just break down. So just keep an eye on that as that unfolds. Looking at the USD ZAR, all-time highs for the year. Okay, the ZAR has not been this weak within this year, and as you can see, we're really closing in 2016-ish level of this 115, 114.50-ish level, and we're heading into that area. So if we don't break above this area right here, okay, we may actually see it correct itself. So, a sharp move up, okay, for relatively a very short period of time. But let's see if it does carry through. And if it does carry through, we could definitely see it going back to the 115.20-ish level, etc. Aussie USD also very weak this morning, as it looks like it's just about to fall out of bed, right? Okay, keeping this line, but let's see if it does hold this line. If it doesn't, then we can definitely see it continue selling off. So keep an eye on that as well. Gold's been a kind of funny kind of trade, trickling up, trickling down, and then, nosedive, and then spikes. And it's been a little bit difficult to trade gold, to tell you the truth. Okay, this is not really easy to trade in terms of, positioning yourself in building a position and trending market. But as you can see, like I said before, it is range-bound trading. Okay, so as long as you've got the top of the move and you're selling the bottom of the move, you're doing okay. Anywhere in between is a little bit less of a high probability trade. So keep an eye on this as well as we falter down to this 1270 level. Okay, a lot of things sold off last week, including Bitcoin, which we can discuss at a later time. Looking at oil's been strong, okay, very strong and trending upwards. Okay, so the trend is your friend. I would look for some sort of pullback for this in order to jump in. Okay, we're looking at a weekly chart just that you see how much we've actually traded over the past 3 years in the price of oil. Okay, so the fact that we're at $56 a gallon is a great bargain, right? So I'd like to see this maybe correct itself to the $60 range, okay? But there is a significant amount of resistance at $61, okay? So, with what's going on in the markets, with everybody transferring, going from a gasoline, petrol based economy or based consumption, we're slowly seeing the shift into electrical components, be it cars, be it solar panels, etc. And we're seeing the effect of it. Okay, so there's a little bit of an identity crisis that the oil companies are actually kind of facing right now. So they have to, figure out a way, how to reinvent themselves maybe, or change the model, or this will actually, over the next decade will falter and go down to $10 a barrel. It's not uncrazy to hear that. Looking at the Dow Jones, we are sold off a little bit, about 200 points last week. Nothing to really write home about. Definitely indicative of a bull market where we sold off. Okay, we're still above the 90-day average. Okay, we're just faltering below the 14-day average and below the 30-day average. However, so this is not a great sign. Okay, this is becoming a wedge formation, and we could continue to see some sort of a correction, into the 23,200-ish level. But as it may, okay, we see that, the RSI is just trickling down. It's not selling off rapidly. There's no major sell-off, okay, except for this little sell-off that we had here. But as you can see, we corrected itself. So moving into the first or second week, actually, of November, the heart of November, I'd like to see some sort of a rally starting. Okay, we're going to enter the Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving to Christmas is usually a very bullish season. So, let's see if that actually fruites, but it may fake us out, because looking at the DAX sold off. Okay, we're looking at the DAX here. And DAX is trading at 13,142, as you can see here, and selling off sharply off of our highs, okay, over 300 points. So that's something of disconcern, okay, and as you can see with the RSI, it's really at the bottom of its range, okay, which might actually be a good buy right now. But got to keep an eye on this to see if it's adjusting itself, it's correcting itself. Okay, so got to keep a very sharp eye. But it's resilient market, still bull market. So the trend is your friend. Buying is the high probability trade. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.